They're difficult.
Yeah.
This is why you don't.
I dealt with infidelity. It wasn't enough for me to end the relationship.
It wasn't enough for me to end the relationship, she said. There is a problem with the connection here, as always.
But then it was infidelity and disrespect.
So let me run. Okay, you've been married, you got 2 kids. You've already had your one shot. This is going. Now that's what I'm hearing. You've had your one shot. The infidelity, the disrespect. I don't have time what everybody else call it. But what I'm hearing is a woman who thinks if you're slow rolling it, and modern women seem to think this shit should be easy. Relationships are hard. They're difficult.
Yes.
This is why you don't jump from one to another. You try to make the bunch you have work because now your relationship muscles have atrophied over the pandemic. You've been more focused on being a mother in the house with your kids. That's fine. But once those kids are gone, you'll be an empty nest mother.
Okay.
You're not taking
Well, I'm trying to pause it.
You're going to have to put yourself out there and have a kid.
Relationships are hard. Why are relationships hard? What kind of relationships are hard or difficult? Relationships are hard because we're nasty. We are nasty. The best relationships that I've had problems, but most of the time, they were good. They were not difficult. Souls are difficult because they want to have their negative ways. They don't want to love more. Simple as that. Relationships are not supposed to be difficult. Different types of relationships. It's not simply a relationship between a man and a woman and a man, but also a relationship between a father and a son, a daughter and a father, and etc. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. The programmed lying brain, because our brain had been manipulated. We're set on stupid, but there's a part inside that can override it. It's called our purest self. So look at what this guy is saying carefully and go beyond, because otherwise you will be deceived.
And do sweet. See, the funny thing is, I hear the same kind of women talking, finding a way to go to college when they have a kid, finding a way to go to grad school when they got a kid. But y'all can't seem to do what it takes to get a man.
I'm optimistic when the world opens back up. Maybe.
Optimistic about what?
About being able to, the laws of attraction, being able to go out there, meet people, make friendships, and find somebody.
Okay. And that's fine. But let me also tell you this.
Yeah.
The kind of men, what kind of men are you looking for?
I'm looking for somebody that I can grow with, that can.
How much? Okay. Let's not get the vague stuff. Does he have to make as much as you or more?
As much or right there. He doesn't have to make more.
Okay, do you make more than 6 figures?
No, I make 6 figures.
Okay, that means no 44-year-old divorced with 2 kids. You expect to get a man in the top 10% of earners? No.
Well, no, I said or less. I said I'm open to that.
You said make as much or more. At least
no, I said less. You said
okay.
No, I said or less.
I think I heard less.
You said or less?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. So you're prepared to date a man who makes $40,500?
Not 40, no.
Okay, well, bye-bye. See,
bye.
You don't. See, my point is, you don't have those kind of. You can't make the I don't see why women at your age think you can make those kind of demands. It's 2 million more women than men. The kind of men who make.
All right, interruptions again. I don't
The kind
know.
of money you're talking about making. We're not dating 44-year-old women. I'm dating a 24-year-old.
That is true, but hey, my wife is only 20-something years old.
I want something for my time.
True.
Men, that's what I mean. A lot of you ladies don't seem to realize that you cannot demand what you think your price is.
I
All
don't
right.
think I was demanding.
Putting into economic
Open to
terms,
less.
How much? Okay. How much less?
I'm open to somebody making 75, 85,000.
That is still the top 15% of freaking men. That means 85 out of 100 men automatically won't work. You're too old for this.
$75,000, 15% of the U.S. population, or world population. I don't know what he's saying. I think it's in America. In any case, I guess that put me in the top 10% or 8%. Because I work like crazy.
I make $250. I would like to see somebody that
She makes $250,000 a year.
$215.
Oh, $215.
You are what you look like in your age on the market. Your money doesn't matter. This is a perfect conversation, guys. This is a woman who's 44 years old.
Your money doesn't matter, okay?
Thinks that she can get out onto the marketplace because she makes $215,000 and demand who's in the top 15% of earners. No.
Okay,
Why would he want you when
pause
you
this.
get a woman who's younger and go have a family with her?
I'll give him
So
that.
what do you recommend? I came on your show. So what would you recommend?
I recommend reality. I recommend reality because this is a disconnect from reality. You're already.
If I want to pause it, it's not pausing.
In the house for 2 years,
I recommend All right, okay, all right. This is actually a bit funny. He recommends reality. And I recommend to Samuel reality. Your ass is going to be kicked hard, Samuel, for sticking to one level of thinking. Most people will fall for this nonsense because they only see it from a limited perspective. Yes, women, a lot of women, especially in America, are not focused on like the family, and they focus on their professions and school and etc. So, certain things are too late, or they're more difficult to do later in life. But Samuels is using that point and hammering in to give people the lack of hope. This guy is dangerous. This guy is my N word for him, or for people I've spoken about before. I'm waiting for him to get to the part where he talks about income. Or perhaps I missed it.
All right. I recommend really assessing where you really rank in this sexual marketplace. Really assessing. So let's start with you. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
All right.
I definitely missed it.
6.
Let's go back a little bit.
Not 40, no.
Okay, well, bye-bye.
Let's go back. He was talking about money, and now it was the part where he
made it difficult for you. You couldn't go out. So that's the only
There's
way to make
another lady. 1 second. Well, while waiting for the video to recharge.
I don't question what the men is y'all.
Okay.
So what's the alternative? I'm talking to a woman that's going to be 50 in the blink of an eye.
Yes.
Talking like you're like you're a 20-year-old, asking questions about sex. This is a
Well,
matter
the reason
of,
why I say that is
I wonder if these guests are like paid. I think they're paid.
I look at these very proud.
Even though that could be true in real life. Do you remember like the Maury show and the other guy who had fake what the hell was his name? I forgot. Fake audiences, fake guest.
Yes.
To hype up the drama. What is it? Buy a dog and die alone?
No, die alone. That's really the point, because it's the point. Because
yeah, that's what he usually says. Okay, all right, Samuel.
Because if you don't settle and get with somebody, what are you holding? A better question: what are you holding out for?
Excuse me. Here's a better piece of advice. Don't settle and do the right thing sooner, so you can find the best possible outcome, or something that will, if it's not the best, it's second best, or something close to what you wanted. But that begins at an earlier age for women. So Kevin Samuels is correct in that aspect. But we all know, at least some of you know, that Kevin Samuels is controlled opposition. Divide and conquer, men against women. And now what they're trying to do is put men in charge and to dominate women. That's what they're doing. Listen, this is clear, crystal clear as daylight. It didn't take me long to figure out Kevin Samuels. Not long at all.
I haven't met anybody because of the pandemic.
Well, I'm sorry. People get married every day in this pandemic, so that's just. Well, that's your problem.
Well, I wear a mask everywhere.
I don't care.
I don't go.
Listen. That's your problem. When your kids leave you,
what is he doing? 666 again?
By yourself, better buy
hand?
a dog. Because these are excuses for modern women. Because they sound perfectly plausible.
The mask is also an excuse for not taking responsibility for oneself.
But then when your kids leave, and now people are back, say the world back. Now you haven't dated, you haven't taken any time, you wasted time, you're resting. So I don't see what y'all were talking about when you should settle. It's like, all right, if you don't get in a relationship, what you gonna do?
Okay.
I mean, because here's the thing. The things you say make sense to women. The pandemic. So how's the pandemic really stopped you from dating?
It stopped me from dating because I didn't have the opportunity to actually go out and
And show your
meet
face.
people. I'm friendly. I will speak to a man. I will smile at him.
So it
but-
made it difficult for
but I
you to
was
go out. Okay, it made it difficult for you. You couldn't go out. So that's the only way to make anybody.
No, of course, I'm at Home Depot or I'm at the grocery store, but I'm wearing a mask, and
So
it's hard to look friendly and open when you.
listen to what
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're 44.
Yes.
You've already been married.
Yes.
Why did you and your husband split?
The disrespect got out of control.
What does that mean?
That means that I dealt with infidelity. It wasn't enough for me to end the relationship, but then it was infidelity and disrespect.
So let me run. Okay, you've been married. You got 2 kids. You've already had your one shot. This is going. Now that's what I'm hearing. You've had your one shot. The infidelity, the disrespect. I don't have time when everybody else calls it. But what I'm hearing is a woman who thinks you're slow rolling it. A lot of women seem to think this shit should be easy. Relationships are hard. They're difficult.
Yes.
This is why you don't jump from one to another. Try to make the bunch you have work, because now your relationship muscles have atrophied over the pandemic. You're more focused on being a mother in the house with your kids. That's fine. But once those kids are gone, you'll be an empty nest mother. Men are not taking. You ladies are going to have to put yourself out there and have a can-do spirit. See, the funny thing is, I hear the same kind of women talk about finding a way to go to college when they have a kid, finding a way to go to grad school when they got a kid. I can't seem to do what it takes to get a man.
I'm optimistic when the world opens back up. Maybe.
Optimistic about what?
About being able to, the laws of attraction, being able to go out there, meet people, make friendships, and find somebody.
Okay. That's fine. But let me also tell you this.
Yeah.
The kind of men, what kind of men are you looking for?
I'm looking for somebody that I can grow with, that can.
How much? Okay. Let's not get the base.
Grow with.
Does he have to make as much as you or no?
Jeez. Economics.
As much or right there. He doesn't have to
Okay.
make more.
Okay, do you make more than 6 figures?
No, I make 6 figures.
Okay, that means no 44-year-old divorced lady with 2 kids. You expect to get a man in the top 10% of earners?
Well, no, I said or less. I
You
said I'm open to that.
You said make as much or more. At least
No,
what
I
I
said less. You said
Okay.
more. I said or. I said I'm fine with that.
You said or less?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. So you're prepared to date a man who makes $40,500?
So, yeah.
Not 40, no.
Okay, well, bye-bye. See,
Bye.
Let me see. My point is, you don't
She
have
said
those
bye.
kind of- I don't see why women at your age think you can make those kind of demands. It's 2 million more women than men. The kind of men who make the kind of money you're talking about making, we're not dating 44-year-old women. I'm dating 24-year-old women. I'm not going to deal with women your age. I deal with women younger because there's more life. There's more opportunity. I want something for my time. Men, that's what I mean. A lot of you ladies don't seem to realize that you cannot demand what you think your price is.
I didn't think I was demanding. I was open to less.
How much? Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna go into
How
details.
much less?
I'm open to somebody making 75, 85,000.
That is
I'm
still the
trying to
top
pause this.
15%.
Okay, so all right, keep in mind that Samuel Kevin talks about if you want to have children, something defective over 300. For 3 kids, it will cost you $300,000, or I don't have before, or 350 out of whatever the number is. Because kids are expensive. Kevin Samuel has said that. I haven't. If you watch enough of his content, he has said that. He has said that It's all about money. It's all about money. Actually, it isn't all about money. Money doesn't exist in the way that we think it exists, like a lot of things. Money is the result of you, one, showing love or showing selfishness. Okay, so people who are a bit selfish or extremely selfish will be more economically well off. So because they will do whatever it takes to get that money. And in the corporate world, that happens quite often. It doesn't matter who loses as long as they win. There's also the middle ground, but there's another way to look at this. Money is also a result of love. Love is not weak. Love is not what has been watered down. Love tells the truth, even if it hurts. If you love yourself more, it's more positive because you make more money, because you'll find a way, because you'll have more self-confidence. I've spoken about this before. So let me use a current example. So I'm making this video. It's late because I can't sleep, and I have to keep up my work. I'm working on book 5, but in any case, my last car accident, after my sister came here, it's another story, was Madame Ipa, who and I were hit from the back. She's okay, but I was not. So the whiplash, I mean, it propelled me. It was like, why am I taking this pain? And because of the fast, meaning the diet change for 3 years, I said no. I'm tired of like giving my energy away. That's what money is, energy. So I said to myself, these people will get sued. The insurance company will get sued. Now, I've never launched a lawsuit before because I've been cautious about not spending money, but there are other ways. And because at that point it was more than the money, you better rest assured I'm going to get some money, a lot more money out of this than before, because it wasn't because of money that I filed a lawsuit. It was a lack of disrespect on the phone with that agent, on the phone with that representative from that company, just flat out lying, and me catching it like at a deeper level. I was like, we've done this before, and this company has done this before with my mother 16, 17 years ago. Money is secondary. And by the way, Samuel, when you give out figures like $300,000, $400,000 to have 3 or 4 kids, that's just nonsense. You could do with that and a lot less. Let's look at historical records, historical evidence, recent historical evidence. I don't know, take back 50 years. There were people who had a lot of children. They worked. It's not about the college, going to college. College doesn't cost money. They just brainwash you anyway. There's also a state school you can go to. It's a lot cheaper. In fact, why don't you learn a trade so you can have to make money and not be indebted? So this is kind of the type of rhetoric this Negro talks about. Nonsense. This is an elite deceiver. He's good at his job, but so am I.
of freaking men. That means 85 out of 100 men automatically won't work. You're too old for this.
I make 250.
Huh?
I would like to somebody to help me.
You make what?
215.
I don't care. You are what you look like in your age on the market. Your money doesn't matter. This is the perfect conversation, guys. This is a woman who's 44 years old who thinks that she can get out onto the marketplace because she makes $215,000 and demand who's in the top 15% of earners. No. Why would he want you when he can get a woman who's younger and go have a family with her?
So what do you recommend? I came on your show. So what would
Okay, lady.
I recommend reality. I recommend reality because this is a disconnect.
All right, so good. We're going over the same dialogue again. After a certain point in life, lady, certain things are set, and you have less options. That is true. So perhaps Samuel should be targeting younger women to make the right decisions. Samuel, how about that? Why don't you help younger ladies instead of giving, I don't know. What he's doing is definitely not cool. Sticking to the same nonsense over and over again and squeezing in lies about having, like, if you don't have a certain amount of money, you can't have children. I already went over that. College is expensive and all that nonsense. Both of them need a reality check. Samuel is going to be hit hard. Samuel, when you get hit hard, do not blame us. You can pray to Allah, you can pray to Jesus Christ, you can pray to God all you want. But we know what source is. Source is not partial to belief systems or religions. In fact, Source does not like religion. Source is not angry at these things or upset. Source will use these things to get you out of your rut, your problems. Kevin Samuels, your time will come.
Reality. You're already seeing you've been in the house for 2 years, not dating. All right. I recommend really assessing where you really rank in this sexual marketplace. Really assessing. So let's start with you. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
All right. Listen.
6.
How much did you weigh last time you
All right, I think we had enough of this, Kevin Samuel.
141.
That's it for now, for this particular episode here. I've exposed seven Savon Bomar, Kevin Samuels before. This is going to be part 2 of that exposure. My main channel has 2 strikes. So I am doing recording here on my second channel. I have other channels if you're interested, but most people don't seem to be interested. Unfortunate.